Hi, my name is Julio Delgado. I'm the picolet birder. This is the first video of our channel, so please forgive all my mistakes. English is not my native tongue. I'm from Colombia, in South America, where I have been a birding guide for several years. In this first video, we are going to talk about the Field Guide to the Birds of Colombia. People, when they are booking a tour, they always ask me which is the best book they can get for the birding trip. So, in this opportunity, we're going to help you decide which is the book you should get. Many years ago, the only book available was this one, A Guide to the Birds of Colombia by Stephen Hilty. This is an amazing book to study the birds, but it's not practical to carry such a big book into the field. Nevertheless, to study the birds at home is a great book and I highly recommend it. It has lots of information of each species, such as identification, similar species, voice notes, behavior, reproduction, conservation status and habitat, and distribution. Also, the plates from Guide Tudor are very good, like these ones, for example, from the raptors. Very nice illustrations from these falcons here. The chachalacas. Let's check it out, the colorful ones, like the parrots, the toucans, arasaris. Really beautiful illustrations from Guide Tudor, like the ocellated antbird, one of my favorites. Let's check it out, the tanagers. Yeah, very nice illustrations from the tanagers. I like this book a lot for study at home. As I told you, this is the Spanish version of the book, but you can get it on English too. One thing you should know about this book is that it's not updated. It was written in 1986, so there is a lot of species that are not included in this book. There are rumors a new, updated version is going to be released soon. When it happens, we're going to let you know and review it. Nowadays, the two most used and updated books are A Field Guide to the Birds of Colombia by Myles McMullen and An Illustrated Field Guide to the Birds of Colombia by Fernando Ayerbe. Both of them are the same size. They are as small and practical as possible for a country with so many birds. Remember, Colombia is the country with more bird species in the world. Now, let's begin with the one from Myles McMullen. One of the nicest things about Myles' book is the info for each bird species. Every bird has a small paragraph with important highlights of the species, like it's common or rare, also notes on habitat and behavior. Some species also have habitat illustrations, like these ones. These illustrations are always helpful. Field marks are also shown and highlighted in McMullen's book, like these ones. This is something I really appreciate from this field guide. Bird families also have a small paragraph with general characteristics of the family members. Now, let's check the illustrated field guide to the birds of Colombia by Fernando Ayerbe. This is the latest Spanish version that has the names in English, in German, and in French. So let's check the field guide from Fernando Ayerbe out. Coquettes, beautiful. And thorntails. Hummingbirds are amazing. I like a lot the plates of the hummingbirds in this field guide. They're very good. Non-birds, amazing birds, and puffbirds as well. Woodpeckers, parrots and parakeets. The birds. This is way far my favorite antbirds here, and I really like these plates. Like the proportions and the idea of the bird in general. They're very accurate, very good. And pitas, our beloved pitas. One of the favorites, the ocellated tapaculo. Spinetails, flycatchers, one of the biggest families, the biggest family in Colombia, the flycatchers. Cotingas, these are probably targets for your trips. Cotingas, the cock of the rocks, umbrella birds. Wow, the amazing cotingas. Chlorofhonia, one of my favorites. The chlorophonias are amazing birds. Warblers. Flower piercers, and of course the tanagers, honey creepers, dagnises, mountain tanagers, banksias. For me, the most important and distinctful feature of a Ayerbe field guide is the quality of the plates. I like a lot the illustrations in this field guide. I like the proportions and the shapes of the birds. I also like a lot the hummingbirds plates in this field guide. the colors, it's very accurate. This is something big, this is something important, this is something you really have to consider when you're choosing a field guide, because the plates on these field guides are really good. I also like the maps in this field guide. They highlight the mountains with gray color, like this. The three ranges of the Andes, the Santa Marta Mountains, the Perijá Mountains, and Serranía de la Macarena. This really helps to locate yourself and your birding spot. Another very important feature of this book is the way subspecies are highlighted, especially the endemic subspecies. This info is very important when you are keeping a live list. Every day, many subspecies are being reviewed and many splits are occurring. These endemic subspecies might be in the future new splits, so it's important to have them on mind. In a Yearbest field guide, you will only find the information of the genus, the general characteristic of each genus, not the description of each bird. That's something that you will have to take in mind also when you're choosing which field guide you're going to buy. Summarizing, I will suggest this. 1. If you can afford it, buy the two books. McMullen's and a Yearbest, they really complement each other. 2. If you cannot afford it, then pick the one you like the most, having in mind all the features. And 3. If you want a deeper knowledge in the birds of Colombia, buy the 3 of them. I hope this video has helped you to decide which book you should get for your next trip to Colombia. If you like this video, please give thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to get more content about birding in Colombia. In case you were wondering which was the image next to me, is the Colombian endemic grayish picolet, the perfect bird for our first picolet birding video. Cheers, see you next time.